One of the things I come across a lot in my work with business owners is this real passion to grow and expand their business, but there just seems to be these limitations on them. And what I mean like that is growth can sometimes feel like treacle. It can feel like one step forward, two steps back, or it can feel like there's momentum building, but there's just things hindering getting that just push over the hill to start things snowballing. And often people, I find, underestimate the effort needed to create that snowball effect, to create the momentum behind what you're doing. Sometimes takes a lot more than you expected or you anticipated. And you do a series of activities and you're disappointed because it just wasn't enough to just push you over the edge to get that result and that expectation you were looking for. And this is really, really common in business growth, in marketing, and in sales. That there's just that little push in the right place that just makes it all come together. And I like to talk about that as the strategy. That's the plan behind all of it, about how this is all going to work and how this is all going to come together. And if you don't have that in place, these little tiny gaps, these little tiny things will either cost you a lot more money or they will just prevent things from moving at a faster pace and delivering at a faster pace. If you can't hold a strategy together, you may find that you're a little bit like a magpie. You'll jump around from this to this to this to this, when really you just need to be working one or two things really, really well. So one of the things I like to do when I spend time with business owners, and we do this in our Max Growth events and courses, but we also do it on kind of one-to-one with businesses. We actually look at what are their key areas that they can grow in, and what are the things that they need to do to deliver that bit. Often you can try and push everything forward, but really growth comes from some key elements, from some key customer demographics, from some key marketplaces, and you focus on them and get them done, and then focus on another. When you try and grow everything, you grow nothing. When you try and just lift your numbers, you really don't understand where that growth is coming from, and so you'll do anything and try anything to get that number. What we do is we come back to the beginning and go, where do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? Where do you want the growth to come from? And what are the one or two key things that you need to do to make that happen? And that's really how you grow a business. It is about strategy. It is about having a plan. It is about knowing the numbers behind the numbers. But it's usually some tiny little things that are holding things from all coming together and creating that snowball or momentum that really pushes the whole business forward. Because it is momentum that pushes things forward. If you don't have it, every attempt to grow will be met with resistance. But when you have momentum, you become a bit of a juggernaut. Your sales team get motivated, your marketing team get motivated. There's clarity of purpose, and everything just works. So strategy, it's the most ignored but most highly valuable element of any business growth.